Yesterday, we talked about the event dedicated to the memory of the late Princess Diana and how Prince William and Harry couldn't even bring themselves to share the same stage. But clearly, Meghan couldn't stand not to be the centre of attention, even just for one day. Just moments before the ceremony began, she launched a lifestyle brand on Instagram. Sorry, I zoned out there. Now, to make sense of this, I'm joined by royal biographer and commentator Angela Levin. Angela, once again, even at this intimate moment about the late Princess Diana, a cherished member of the royal family, it was all about Meghan Markle.
Yes, I mean, it actually turns your stomach hearing I'll do it my way. You know, she certainly always does. I think it's disgraceful, actually, in so many ways. One way, which is very important, is that I don't believe Harry had any say. If he did, I don't think she listened, because he adored his mother, and it was very, very important to him about these charity for her to give people prizes every 2 years. And it's been going on for 25 years. He hasn't missed it. It's very important. And she has stolen the as you say, the interest, because it's all about her. I don't know how any wife can do that to a husband they love, because it's really, really spiteful and nasty. But not only that, but when she had the engagement after their interview, she was singing the praises of Diana, how wonderful she was, and she feels she's inside her and she's talking to her and all that. And Harry was saying, you know, his mother would adore Meghan and they would be best friends. And so he sort of encouraged her. And she even went to find where she was lying in peace, and she lay on the floor and she said, you know, help me, all this. You think to yourself, that's a completely phony way of behaving. And then you can't just, as you just said, wait a day and let the two things be different. She has to win. She has to be in charge. I mean, it's appalling. And the Queen, of course, the late Queen, she made them promise that they wouldn't use their royal titles to make money. And they would seem to agree, but obviously it hasn't lasted. And to actually deliberately go against that is too shocking, so disrespectful. We saw that terrible curtsy in her Netflix, where she leans over and she makes a silly voice about the Queen. But then, you know, that was bad enough in itself. And now to absolutely dismiss anything she says. The other thing I feel, I'm sorry, I can rant about this. The other thing I feel is that she's taken advantage of the illness that is going round the royal family at the moment. You know, the king who's got cancer, he can't afford to take all these nasty pieces that are going on. You know, he's got a lot to do. He's trying to keep up with the paperwork. And it's very difficult, I imagine, to start leaving all that to deal with Meghan breaking promises to the Queen. And of course, Catherine is not well. She's been very jealous of Catherine. And this, I'm sure, is a triumph over Catherine. And also William. It's to say, you know, I can do anything better than you.
Well, Angela, that was certainly an impassioned monologue. I thought your curtsy at 1 minute there was going to break out into a Glasgow kiss onto the camera. Angela Levin, excellent. Always a pleasure to have you on the show, and a fantastic weekend.